Exactly.
Okay. Now, in your comment, you said, Solicitor General, that the ICC has no jurisdiction over the situation in the Philippines. You say that the alleged murder incidents do not constitute crimes against humanity. So if they're not that, Solicitor General, and that they do not qualify as an attack on the civilian population, what would you call those deaths then?
Carmina, it's not an attack against the civilian population. It's an attack on unlawful illegal activities. So it's part of general operations against crimes, no? Kaya ang ina-attack dyan ng Philippine government is the existence of illegal activities, more specifically the prevalence of drug offenses, no? Yun ang ina-attack. Hindi naman ina-attack yung population, no? In the sense that mayroong persecution on the basis of political, racial, ethnic, religious, gender, etc. factors, no? Hindi naman ganon ang konsepto niyan eh. Ang ating ginagawa ay ang pagsugpo sa prevalence of drug offenses in our country. So incidental na diyan sa pag-carry out niyang ganyang campaign ay merong namamatay sa proseso. So it's not an attack against the civilian population.
How would you then explain instances like Kian de los Santos' death?
Well, yung kaso ni Kian de los Santos has actually reached the court. At ang ating korte naman ay nagkaroon ng finding na talagang merong criminal liability yung mga accused na police officers, kaya nga they were convicted. So it's an example na pagka naman talaga makikita at may ebidensya na merong unlawful activity or unlawful act na ginawa ang ating mga police officers, sila naman ay kakaharapin naman nila ang necessary punishment for what they do.
Sergeant Rodrigo Duterte ordered to shoot those who resist arrest in the drug war when he told a senior police commander then that he is free to kill everybody in the name of the drug war. How could that not have been seen as a state order to commit such an attack, Solgen?
I think he had clarified his statement many times, Carmina. I think he had clarified those statements when he said that if your life would be in danger, then use the necessary force to ensure that you will be safe. So in other words, the general instruction is carry out your mandate in accordance with law, but if you find yourself in danger, if you would be under attack by the same suspects in your drug operations, then use the necessary force to repel that kind of danger or threat to your safety. If somebody is pointing a gun at you, then what else do you need to do? You don't embrace him, you don't punch him.
The cases were given attention when they needed it the most. That the families of these victims, when they needed the presence of government, the presence and protection of government, that you were there.
You know, when all of these incidents where deaths occurred actually happened, it is automatic on the part of the PNP to conduct their own investigation with or without a complaint coming from the family of the victims. And the Philippine National Police Internal Affairs Service has examined all of this more than 6,000 deaths arising from operations of the PNP and other law enforcement agencies. And their conclusion, based on their initial investigation, was that the great majority of these cases did not show any irregularity or anomaly on the part of the law enforcement agents. So, however, they also found many cases, more than 50 cases, where they saw that their own law enforcement agents had committed lapses in their operations, which resulted in the deaths of certain individuals. That is why the PNP endorsed those cases to the Department of Justice for appropriate action. And in turn, the Department of Justice referred these cases to the National Bureau of Investigation so that the proper case build-up could be done. That's why they have filed several cases already with the DOJ for preliminary investigation, and some of these cases have gone to court, and the police officers were accordingly indicted or charged.
Solicitor General, did you believe then that these deaths were alarming?
Well, it's rather alarming in the sense that there were so many, but it was an overall, a total comprehensive campaign throughout the country, because that was the cornerstone of President Duterte's campaign during the elections, and that was his number one objective, to eradicate as much as possible the drug problem. So this was an intensive, comprehensive campaign throughout the country, and it's really unfortunate that in the process, quite a large number of people died as a result of this police operation.
So that you do not believe that these deaths are acceptable?
Well, it's hard to generalize. There may be situations where the police were justified in actually having to pull the trigger. But there may be also occasions, and I admit that probably would lead one to conclude that the action taken by the police might have been excessive. We are hoping that in the process of investigation, they would be able to tell the other police officials, their superiors who might have given them specific orders. But that's part of the investigation. Right now, we've got to start with investigating certain people na talagang makikita mo na mayroong direct involvement. Now, in the process of investigation, it is possible that many other officials or police officers higher in rank may be involved. But we'll get there. We'll have to start somewhere. At ang unahin mo ay yung talagang those on the ground na siyang may involvement dun sa actual killing.
And if the evidence leads you to your former boss as one of those officials higher in rank, can the people actually rely on you, that you will, or expect you to file a case against him, given that you were once his alter ego, Mr. Solicitor General?
Well, it's the Department of Justice who should now prosecute, no? Kasi sila yung nagko-conduct ng investigation. The Office of the Solicitor General performs a different function. But I guess under the new administration, wala namang any signs na parang merong intention to cover up or something like that, no? So I suppose that we can put our trust that the new administration will have to pursue this investigation to its logical conclusion, to where it may lead.
Expecting the ICC to really see that, the justice system here is working?
Carmina, that's what we're hoping. No? We trust in the fairness and in the impartiality of the three judges composing the pretrial chamber. I don't have any reason to believe that this investigation is not genuine. It is very clear that the system is functioning kahit na ang resulta so far may not be up to par, in the sense na konti pa lang ang actually nakakasuhan sa court. But that's how our legal and judicial system works. Hindi naman yan as if merong na-file na kaso ngayon, bukas makalawa ay meron ka ng conviction na in-expect. What we are trying to show here is that we're doing what we need to do. Our duty, our mandate, we're doing it. So that's enough for us, and maghintay na lang sila ng resulta. Hindi naman tayo nagmumoro-moro dito eh. We're doing this investigation genuinely. We are not unwilling. We are not, this is something that we are able to do on our own. Kaya yun naman siguro dapat i-respect din ng ICC. We are a sovereign country, and our system is functioning. So if they come in, if they say that they have jurisdiction, that is an indictment not only against certain officials of the country. It's an indictment against the entire Philippine judicial and legal system. In effect, they're saying, you're not functioning, you're not worth it. Whether we are a member or not a member of the ICC, what matters is that we are able to show that our own legal and judicial system is functioning.
Mr. General Menardo Guevara there joining us here in Dateline Philippines. Thanks for joining us today. Take care and you keep safe. Nice to see you.